I'm gonna call it over. Calling it over. But he was setting up too. You guys were both. I know you had the shot. I'm calling a hinder ball. Three serving 9. I'm calling a point. What I see, okay, this is what I saw is when he was swinging, you're taking off right when he's going through the ball, Luis. Just keep going. I just didn't see you hit it. What I saw is you're going too fast. Let him take his shot, because you're stuck right there, and you're not giving him the full swing. Point. 4 serving 9. One down. Four serving 9. Nine serving 4. Ten serving 4. Eleven serving 4. Short, check it. Second serve. One down. Eleven serving 4. 5 serving 12. Hold it. Hold it. Paul, I'm looking to see if you have a shot. You have him off balance. Don't get mad. I see if you hold up, I know you're holding up. I know if you're setting up to shoot, I'm going to give it. But once I see you hold up, I'm calling it. I'm just seeing what shot you guys want. Okay, yeah, I'm looking for you to get a shot because I know you have the shot you want, but you just went too close to him. 5 serving 12. One short. Second serve. Serving 5. Play it again. Check the ball, please. Twelve 5. Short. Second serve. One down. Twelve 5. Point. Thirteen 5. 5 serving 13. Six serving 13. Hold it. Six serving 13. one down. Timeout. One coming in. What's up, man? How you doing? How you doing?
Pretty good. Yourself? No?
Doubles?
Doubles or?
Yeah, doubles.
Who are you playing with now?
Bell?
Oh, that's right. So you,
Bell.
all right. So you guys are on today later or?
Boy, dump me.
Huh?
Nah.
Or till tomorrow? Or later
Today.
Today, huh?
Two.
Who you guys up against?
James Cornell. Yeah. Okay, resume play. Second man. Second man. 6, serving 13. Hold it. Yeah, hold it. 6-13. Seven 13. Thirteen 7. Thirteen serving 7. Hold it. Thirteen serving 7. Hold it. 13 serving 7. 15-7. Serving 7. 17, serving 7. 18, serving 7. 19, serving 7. 7.
Bye.
Yeah, it's on the phone. 7, serving 19. 7, serving 19. 7, serving 19. 8, serving 19. 'Check it. Eight, serving 19. 9, serving 19. Short. Second serve. Hold it. Nine, serving 19. Short. Second. 19 serving 9. Nineteen serving 9. Side out. Timeout.
Night two. Morning.
What's up, buddy?
You doing all right?
Yeah. It's hard because, Daniel doesn't know the court position real well, and he's got good skills to be in there with them guys, but it just seems like he's always in the way. He hangs out back, and it kills his brother, because his brother's got to cover the front right, too. He's playing the left, he's playing the right. Daniel's on the right.
Oh,
and
he's playing, his younger brother?
Yeah, he's playing deep all the time, man, but he's in the way. And
he's going back to take shots that his partners should take. They're both out of position.
Yeah, it's just killing them. They're doing good right now.
So let's see.
It's 9. Yeah, so it's gonna go tiebreaker.
So 9 to what?
11. I had. All right, resume play. Is the door locked? Door locked? It's locked? Is it locked? Yeah. 9 serving 19. Nine serving 19. Nineteen serving 9. 19 serving 9. 20 serving 9. Short. Second. Twenty serving 9. Hold it. 20 serving 9. Nine serving 20. Nine serving 20. Twenty serving 9. Twenty serving 9. Hold it. 20 serving 9. Short. Second serve. Nine serving 20. Hold. 9 serving 20. Ted serving 20. We're going tiebreaker. 10 serving 20. Twenty serving 10. Check it. You all right, Luis? Twenty serving 10. Short. Second. Twenty serving 10. Go over tiebreaker. serving 0. One down.
And we are live from Los Caballeros Sports Village in Fountain Valley, California,
0 serving 0.
for the tiebreaker between Luis Cordova and his brother Daniel against Miles Paine and Paul Godina.
No surprise here, Dave. We predicted a 2.5-hour match, and we will come to that time limit and exceed it, I believe, as we've been battling here for 2 hours, and the team's deadlocked at 0-0 here in the tiebreaker, 1 game apiece. It's the Cordovas, Dave, in the green, and it's Paul Godina in the old school Pro Tour shirt with partner Miles Paine.
Hold it.
The Cordovas, Dave, in the first game, both guys playing well behind that restraining line, and it cost them. They moved up in the second game. They changed their court positioning a little bit, and that
0 serving 0.
made the difference.
Paul Godina is wearing the Merv Deckert shirt.
Miles Paine, Dave, from the Abe Montijo cloth. He takes a setup, Dave, and hits a 3-wall wrap. I actually saw him hit
Hold it.
nearly a 5-wall shot, Dave, in the first game. He hit a punch fist into the right wall that didn't hit the
0-0.
ground until about 1 inch from the back wall. It almost hit the side wall and back wall. It would have been a 5-wall shot, Dave. I know it's hard to kind of visualize that.
I'm trying to.
It actually happened. I was there.
Okay.
And I was clapping.
You
I
said
mean, it was the best shot I think I've ever seen. It hit the right side wall just about 6 inches below the ceiling and carried all the way back into the back right corner and nearly hit the right side wall for the 4th wall, and had it hit that right side wall, it would have also hit the back wall. So it would have been a 5-wall shot.
Okay.
But it was incredible.
Luis Cordova and his brother Daniel wearing the green shirts from Mexico, Chihuahua, Mexico.
0 serving 0.
0-0 is the score. We're going to 11 here. This is the tiebreaker, men's round of 16, and bonus coverage here. Miles Paine goes around the revolving door and breaks that ball back down the left.
And I love that shot, Dave, because you see most players take the revolving door and go back into that right corner. He turns his hips all the way through it and goes back down the left where it's wide open. I'm surprised we don't see more players using that shot, Dave.
Miles Paine's,
And that won't be the first time I say that today.
his big claim to fame is back in the juniors, he defeated Paul Brady at the Nationals. And he was on his way to becoming a qualifier type player.
I still think he could be, Dave. I'd like to see him at a race for 8 stop.
0 serving 0.
I believe, Dave, that Miles Paine is right in that discussion with Eric Hilgren, Abe Montijo, Luis Cordova. All these guys, that, Dave, that are sort of on the fringe of that top 20 that have an opportunity to qualify at all the stops. I think Miles Paine, Dave, you throw his name in that hat, he could come out on top. He's a good player.
1 serving 0.
One of his greatest assets, Dave, is he's literally been playing handball his whole life, and he's about 33 years old. Let's not forget, Dave, these Cordova boys are just 17 and 20. Takes a long time to really develop your game, but these guys are both great players. But Miles Paine has that experience, as does his partner, Paul Godina. Look at that mystery ball there from Miles Paine. The amount of strength it takes, Dave, to hit that with your left hand. Absolutely incredible. And he hits another one, Dave. When was the last time you saw 2 mystery balls hit in the same rally by the same guy?
Back to back.
Absolutely amazing.
Interesting camera angle here.
I like it.
You get to see the ceiling from that camera angle. Trying something new here at Los Cab.
Well, we promote handball through innovation.
See
You
the-
have a perfect view. He's backing up.
The
Miles.
committee
You have
will
perfect
take a
view
look
of
at
the
that
ball.
last comment.
You're not moving. Move. It hit the crack. You're not moving. You have a perfect view. He's behind the ball. I'm a doubles right side specialist. I see it.
This is just so bad. It's just so embarrassing.
I'm a doubles right side
170.
specialist.
This is exactly, Dave, what we teach our refs at our seminars. That last one was
Check
held
it.
in Cancun. The next one, Dave, will be in Barbados. But we actually fly our potential referees down there once they've made it through the qualifying process,
Check it, please.
the written testing, the interviews. But Dave, when they're there, they learn that you don't confront these players.
Change
Our
it, 2
referee, Chip
minutes.
Morales, actually more upset than the actual player. It was Chip making the bad call and then yelling at the player. It's just
And to quote, I am a doubles right side specialist.
embarrassing.
Actually comical, and I'm glad that it happened. You're watching the Race for 8 and WPH live broadcast here of the U.S. Open of Handball, which is sponsored by Simple Green. This is a doubles match here. Now we've got the guy that's toweling the floor down, Dave. The guy that's toweling the floor down is now also explaining the play.
I agree with Miles Paine there, Dave. That ball popped up out of the crack. He had no sight of it, and it was just a clear hinder call. There was really no argument. I didn't see.
Be great
he
to
was
see
playing
that.
the ball to come off the right side wall. It popped up off the crack and sat up. He didn't see it because he was completely shaded. Didn't even make a move for it. I mean, it's a obvious call.
Like to see a replay of it if we had the ability, but doesn't look like that's going to happen.
We're
the last
receiving
play
word, Dave, that maybe we will have a replay. I don't think it was the last play. I think it was 2 rallies ago.
Yeah.
Do we have to show this, or?
It's not a mirror, it's a camera.
One serving 0.
The amount of strength it takes, Dave, to hit that.
It's a nice diving get right there from Paul Godina, and then closed out by Danny Cordova with the left hand.
Danny's actually put on about 6 inches in height. Dave, we talk about people putting on weight. Not so often
0
people
serving
putting on
1.
height, but he's grown about 6 inches, Dave, in the last couple of months. It's almost difficult to distinguish between he and his brother. They look so much alike.
Just sent
Check the
that ball,
when it comes in.
Oh, he hit the ground rule double.
but he sent it out by hitting it to the front wall and never hit the ground. It just went right out into the crowd. You don't see that too
Takes a
often.
lot of arm strength. I don't have it.
That's just a ball that fooled these players, and you're seeing a lot of these players getting frustrated with the way that ball's bouncing.
Well, let's not forget, Dave, this is a very important tiebreaker here because the loser of this match is out of the event. They have no prize money. The winner moves into the money round and also is guaranteed to play at least 2 more matches in this event. So the loser, Dave, will be sort of
Second
hanging
serve.
over our shoulders as people with nothing to do. The winners will be playing for the rest of the weekend, win or lose in their next round, because they do play for 5th place here.
I'm gonna play that over.
I actually disagreed with that call. I thought that was just a total mistake.
It's a hinder ball. 0 serving 1.
Look at that ball straighten out. Great camera angle.
You know, Dave, I actually have you on video. Look at this shot. I'm actually at a loss for words there, Dave. He took a back wall setup and punched it back into the back wall with an overhand fist. But I do have you on video, Dave, and I have the exact, I wrote it down, the exact moment. You said that this ball doesn't hop. We just saw Daniel Cordova hit about an 8-inch reverse down the left. I know at this point it was about a half an hour ago, but.
Oh, the ball I played with now, I've heard that they've changed that, the
Oh,
ball,
so
and
now
it's
you're
now faster.
hedging.
No, it's a new batch that even you and I have never played with
Okay.
before. I got the first batch. This is the second one. Maybe this one
1
hops.
serving 1.
One serves one. We're going to 11. You're watching the Simple Green U.S. Open of Handball men's round of 16. Danny and Luis Cordova in the green shirts. Hitting the ball there in the black shirt is Miles Paine and his doubles partner, Paul Godina.
You know, Dave, I know you love when I make my tennis references, but Miles Paine sort of plays like one of these guys in tennis that you call a pusher. He lobs every ball in tennis terms, Dave, lobbing every ball about 10 feet over the net and just totally taking out of your rhythm. Miles Paine gets these setups, and rather than shooting the ball low like any other player would, he's wrapping the ball around 3 and 4 walls, punching them into the back walls, hitting the ceilings. All kinds of rhythm breaking shots.
2 serving 1.
2-1 here.
And I know, Dave, you play a lot like that. You hit a lot of splats and boasts and whatever you call those crazy shots that you hit, and it's disconcerting for your opponents. I don't know what to think.
2 serving 1.
Not enough that I'm actually playing in this event or have ever won anything worth bragging about.
That's why we're in here. You are the 11-time defending Dave Vincent Sr. Memorial Open Singles champion.
It should stand for something. Takes a family member dying in order for me to win something.
3 serving 1.
See the scoreboard, which is powered by Zions, the official sports drink of the UFC. 3-1 score.
Carried Rob Pierce to a world championship in the 35 and over doubles in Edmonton, Alberta. I think that was the only match Rob Pierce has ever won.
Look at that dive and roll from Godina.
And there's the shot I'm talking about there, Dave. It's a standard kill shot opportunity, and Miles Paine hits a mystery ball. Now that's an overhand ceiling shot, Dave, and he hits an overhand punch to the ceiling. It's almost like he's inventing shots out there, Dave. And Paul Godina sort of short-arming that left hand. You see that left arm straighten just before he made contact with the ball. And most of the time, Dave, when that happens, you do come up a little bit short. That's a flaw I see in a lot of people's offhand swing, Dave, particularly when they're shooting the ball. You want that elbow to be snapping as you're making contact. When that elbow stiffens up just before contact, you're going to skip a lot of balls by 2 or 3 inches. I know, Dave, that's one of the things you work on with your players at these elite camps that you instruct. Dave Vincent has fallen asleep here. We'll see if we can bring out the smelling salts for him.
I was told if you have nothing to say, you don't say anything. I let you go ahead and talk about whatever you're going to talk about.
1 serving 3.
1 serves 3.
The biggest weakness, Dave, of both Cordovas is their serve. If the Cordovas, Dave, had...
That's an avoidable against Luis Cordova. Miles Paine, in his follow-through, hits Luis Cordova.
I know, but
it should be an avoidable, correct? Here it is. Avoidable against Luis Cordova. Watch this. He's backing into his shot. The right.
I don't know if that's an avoidable. Miles Paine's swing was not obstructed, and where could Luis Cordova have gone there? He hit
step
the ball
further.
Right at him. Does he
They
have to
made
stand
contact in the follow-through.
I didn't see the contact in the follow-through.
Well, on the angle from right here, if we had the replay from down here, you would have seen it. We caught that high angle. Another hit person. The court is now, these guys have been on the court for 2 hours and 54 minutes. And we're at 1-3 in the tiebreaker.
The Cordovas, Dave, got here very early this morning. They were actually walking around the court visualizing this match. You would have known that, Dave, had you not showing up 2 hours and 12 minutes late this morning.
3 serving 3.
And ironically, it's Tracy Davis walking by the booth right now. She'll be facing Jennifer Hinman. Tracy Davis given a forfeit win this morning over Sandy Ng, Dave. We spent so much time talking about that matchup on the Race for 8 live and also during our broadcast. I feel a little bit cheated, Dave, that match never took place. In fact, it shouldn't have taken place in Vegas either, but it did.
Here's a setup for Miles Paine. And he knows how to do it, Dave.
But you see what Luis Cordova has to hang back there, because every other setup Miles Paine has hit has been some sort of crazy three-wall wraparound shot or mystery ball, and Luis Cordova hanging back on his heels there. Let's take an instant replay of that last kill shot from Miles Paine. And I think you'll see the body language of Luis Cordova just not expecting Miles Paine to shoot that ball. Watch this here, Dave. Here's the setup for Miles. Now watch Luis Cordova. Yeah, she's going backwards there.
And that could be set up from all those previous round houses and wraparounds.
So there is a method to this madness of Miles Paine. Pass up 99 setups in a row and then go for the 100th when your opponent would never expect it.
That's a possibility.
Seconds.
Dave, we see so many big ball players just passing by the booth here on their way to this incredibly beautiful three-wall court that was just constructed during this week. These guys are so enthusiastic, Dave. They just can't wait to get on the court, just to see the court, hit a couple balls on the court, Dave. It's
3 serving 4.
incredible seeing that passion. They're like little kids in the candy store. Or is it toy store?
Well, I would assume it's candy store.
But they like toys also.
3 serving 4.
3-4, it's Godina serving to Danny Cordova.
I know, Dave, that your kids aren't allowed to play with toys. They're only allowed to play football, handball, or baseball.
And read the Wall Street Journal.
Well-rounded then.
I try to exercise their brain and their body.
4 serving 3.
It's a little bit awkward that your 10-year-old's smarter than you, but
doesn't stop me from working next to you in this booth.
Try give him some room.
Now a referee coaching the players, Dave.
4 serving 3.
And Miles Paine with a terrible air there, Dave. Simple shot. You don't see Miles Paine put too many balls in the ground. And it was Paine and Godina leaning 3-0 here in this tiebreaker. Now trailing 6-3 after a kill shot. And Paul Godina looks a little bit slow in there right now. Maybe a little bit fatigued from 3 hours on the handball court. And there's a beautiful kill from Miles Paine.
Now you're seeing the Cordovas starting to edge away here.
We've got 4 huge matchups coming up here today. Marquee names, Dave. After this match.
I saw it good. There's no line judges.
I actually saw that short.
I thought it was right over.
Here's a replay of this, Dave, and let's take a look at it. I actually thought the ball was short. I know you'll disagree with me, but I actually definitely saw this ball short.
Nope, that was good.
You're right. It was good.
It's a point. 7 serving 3.
And it was definitely good.
Absolutely.
Chip has a really good angle of that, too.
Daniel Cordova and Luis telling me, Dave, the reason they beat Dave Chapman and Sean Lang is because Daniel's serve was just so overwhelming out there. And now you're seeing that. 3 straight aces from Daniel Cordova at 6-3 in the tiebreaker to extend this lead to 9-3. You know how difficult it is to hit aces in doubles, Dave. He's just hit 3 aces in a row down the right. He goes back down the right. This one pops off the back wall, and it's another unreturned serve. Not an ace, Dave, but now 4 unreturned serves to Paul Godina. And after 3 hours of battling out here, it's a couple errors by Paul Godina, and all of a sudden, this match is just about over. And that's what can happen in these tiebreakers, Dave. You battle for so many hours, Dave, and so many points, and you make a couple mistakes at the wrong time, and the match is over. I believe, Dave, that Miles Paine and Paul Godina will need to score 8 in this inning to win this match. I don't see that Cordova's coming back in the box, Dave, and not scoring at least 1 to win this match.
Listen for the score here as the referee is
310.
trying to have better court management, as John Bike told me earlier. He's trying to work on it.
John Bike speaking of Chip, or speaking of refs in general?
Chip.
Okay. We give Chip a hard time, Dave, because he deserves it, but let's not forget, reffing doubles at this level is very difficult, particularly after you've been up in the hot seat for 3 hours, Dave. You become a little bit...
That's stop. Hold on, stop. That's a point. That's a point.
Well, the game's over then.
No, that Miles Paine and
I didn't see that.
Paul Godina actually served that.
I called a point, but he's saying that he stepped on him. If he stepped on him, it's contact.
Here's the replay.
But I was saying hold it because I saw the shoe. I'm saying it was a point, but I'm asking you,
oh,
Miles,
yeah.
did you step on him?
Let's watch this develop here. Danny takes that with the left.
Somehow Luis didn't know his shoe was off.
Just play your game. Point. Go ahead, point.
That's a terrible call there. It's Paul Godina stepped on Luis Cordova's shoe.
I didn't see the contact. I didn't see the contact.
By the way, that blue shoe that Cordova's wearing is Jake Plummer's shoes. What is the guy that wipes the floor doing in the court?
He's saying there was contact, is what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I just wish we could be honest. Did you step on him or not? If he's saying he stepped on you, it's contact.
I hope these players know they're being recorded.
He stepped on him, Paul. Stepped on him? He stepped on him. It's over. We're going to play it over.
That's the right call.
Over ball. Over ball.
Don't know really what's going on here. Cordova's shoe got shredded off of his foot, so obviously someone stepped on it.
Well, your shoe could conceivably come off without contact, but that time Paul Godina stepped on Luis's shoe. Ironically, they're both wearing the same shoe, Dave.
That shoe is the one that Jake Plummer gave to Luis Cordova in Idaho 2 weekends ago. Just pulled him out of his closet and said, what size do you wear? Well, I wear the same. Here's a pair of shoes. So Luis said, I haven't taken them off. I go to sleep in those things.
3 serving 10.
3 serves 10. Here's a setup. You know, with all the these strange calls and the strange bounces from this ball, that gallery is incredibly packed, Dave.
They're lively too, Dave. They're not sitting on their hands for this one. If the Cordovas, Dave, learn better court positioning, they could become a national championship doubles team.
Play it again.
They're a little bit raw in there, unrefined. But they've got that teamwork that comes only from being brothers. They've also got blazing speed, and both of them with dynamite right hands.
And there's a miss hit right there from Paul Godina. And that forces the Cordovas to come in to possibly win the match here.
I actually just started engraving, Dave,
10,
the
serving
Cordova name in calligraphy on this plaque that we have in the booth. And that's it.
Nice match, guys.
There it is. Luis Cordova and Danny Cordova take down Paul Godina and Miles Paine.
Let's not forget, Dave,
Smash,
3-hour match for the Cordovas. They'll be facing Vince Munoz and Marcos Chavez later today, the 4-time defending champions of this event. Vince and Marcos also have yet to play here at this event, so these guys have 3 hours of wear on their young bodies, while the veterans, Dave, just sort of kicking back and relaxing in their luxury suite here high above the 3-wall court at Los Caballeros Sports Village in Fountain Valley, California.
We're just hanging out outside. Can't get any worse than this. I mean, better than this. We're going to take a quick break. We have Robbie McCarthy and Sean Linning coming up next. This is a very highly anticipated match. I know that country folks in Ireland are tuned in to the live broadcast. And I know I'm going to say it wrong, but Afe McCarthy? Afe?
Very good handball
Am I
player.
close?
In her own right.
Did I say it right? Afe?
A-I-F-E-E.
Afe. I know I did it wrong. But anyway, she is watching her brother Robbie play, did watch yesterday and is going to watch again with the whole family, she said, back in Ireland in County Westmeath. So we're going to get ready for Robbie McCarthy and Sean Linning coming up next. We're going to take a quick break here courtside at Los Caballeros Sports Village in Fountain Valley, California for the Simple Green U.S. Open of Handball. We'll be back in just a bit. Stay around to racefor8.com.
Hello, I'm Bruce Fabrizio, inventor of Simple Green. Our non-toxic, biodegradable, all-purpose cleaner works great for cleaning it. Thank you. Non-toxic, biodegradable, Simple Green. It's great for cleaning.
Working and working out takes a lot of energy. That's why I drink Zenergy. Feeling fantastic and looking good has never been easier. Science, extreme science for your active lifestyle.
For 20 years, the Inner City Handball Association has educated, mentored, and served young people through handball. Young people that participate in the Inner City Handball Association programs have a high graduation rate from high school and continue on to college. Inner City Handball teams are good athletes, good students, and good ambassadors for the sport of handball. We need your help to continue our work. Inner City Handball Association is a registered 501c3 tax-exempt charity. Please donate today. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Bruce Fabrizio, inventor of Simple Green, the finest non-toxic cleaner in the world. For more than 35 years, I have worked to establish truth in labeling laws. Many products misrepresent their safety and efficacy. I am so certain you will find that Simple Green does everything the label states safely, that if you're not 100% satisfied, I will refund your purchase. For more information, go to simplegreen.com.